Hey YouTube, Marilyn here again. Well, you're looking at an LG system. I'll start off by saying that I don't normally buy these types of systems. They normally sound absolutely rubbish, and normally people that buy them really don't give a crap about sound. But I did a bit of research in the system when I first saw it, and I saw it was co-designed by a guy named Mark Levinson. Now, if you know who he is, he makes a lot of high-end equipment. And when I say high-end, I mean multi-$1,000 equipment, if not tens of thousands of dollars. So I instantly took a liking to the system just because of that. It's not your typical cheap little system. I mean, these speakers weigh about 7 kilos each, and they're not that big. I mean, here's my hand. They've got a nice 0.7-inch tweeter. Most stereo systems in this range had cone tweeters. It just didn't sound very good. These actually have a very nice sweet sound to them. They get crispy when they need to be. This is fake, unfortunately. But they've got a 3-inch mid. But the best thing about it is what's on the side. They have an overly beastie 5.5-inch woofer that makes a Bose Acoustimass woofer look like crap. I've disassembled one of these. I had to glue it back together so I can't pull it apart, but it's got like a 20-ounce magnet, a 1.5-inch voice coil, and it's a very high excursion woofer, and it can put out some serious bass even from this. Which, believe it or not, even this actually sounds really decent on a good set of speakers. I've tried it on my JBLs, for instance, and it gets loud. It sounds really good. You don't need to use a bass booster or any of the tone controls. It just sounds really nice. The back of them, you just have a port, nothing special there. The top, though, is quite nice. That's aluminium. The top of the stereo's got it as well. It's got the same type of appearance of design, like a color scheme as a Mark Levinson system as well. The black and the silver is very him. Now I turn this thing on. It says welcome. But that's not the coolest thing. Look at this. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't particularly like this very much. It looks very pretty, but to use it, like turn up the volume, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Once you get your finger locked on it, it works fine, but getting your finger to work on it is a real pain in the butt. Back of it, well, not very much. It's got a fan. 60 watts power consumption, made in China, no surprise there. It's got outputs. It actually has a DVD player built in. And got the speakers. You'll see I've got the speakers wired oppositely. For some reason, when they're hooked how they're meant to be, it's out of phase. Can't explain that one. The top of this is also a nice aluminium finish. Looks quite nice. It's very pretty. I'll turn this back around. It's got a slot loading DVD player. It reads DVDs relatively fast actually. No problem there. Can read USB. Flip this down here. It's got USB on the front. Very basic inputs. Headphone output, which is nice. And your auxiliary input in the front. From that, that's about all this system has. For the price, I think this was $549 or something in Australia. I mean, it's $600. I don't remember exactly. I used to sell these. I never listened to it. Because I saw the LG brand, I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm out of here. I'd had no interest in anything these brands made. They were all crap. Why would I even bother? But, yeah, I came across these at a thrift store, and it was $10 for the whole system, and I googled it, and I saw Mark Levinson's name next to it, and I'm like, okay, this might actually be kind of decent. So I picked it up. I powered it up in the shop, just plugged in the auxiliary cable and had a listen to it. I was like, holy crap, this thing can put out some bass. And since I'm moving house, I packed away my main system, and I've been using this in the lounge room for my TV and my computer for watching movies. And I have to admit, overally, I'm quite impressed with the thing. So I'm going to do a sound demo. Anyway, I'm going to hook this up and I'll play what I always play. Oh, here we go. Alright, this is no bass boost or anything, but I'm going to turn the bass boost on and you'll see when I do. Here we go. Cool equalizer. Now, I don't know if you're hearing this through the camera, but that bass, man, that is strong. Let's turn on the bass boost. Here we go. I'll try the virtual mode, which actually does a convincing surround sound. It inverts part of the sound, it swaps the phase, and well, if you can hear this, decent. Got on stage. And straight direct mode. The tweeters are really nice and sweet and crispy. The mids lacking a little bit, but it's pretty decent overall. The side firing woofers just, oh man, if I had known it was this good back in the day, I would have bought one. Well, that's the sound demo. I'd say if I had known what this sounded like back in the day, I would have definitely bought one. And to say that about an LG system is, I wouldn't normally say that, because most LG sound systems are rubbish. I even went to listen to their new soundbar and I just wasn't impressed. For this thing's size, I mean, if I put it close, it's a very small, compact little system. But those woofers in the side, oh man, they definitely did a good job on this. The bass response on them is just incredible. I cannot believe what they got out of these tiny little speakers. I've disassembled one of them, as I said, looked at the woofer. The mid-range has a nice size neodymium magnet. The tweeter has a freaking heatsink on it. I think it's a VIFA driver. It looks like a VIFA. The mid is definitely LG. You can definitely tell. It's got its own little enclosure, about the size of a Bose cube behind it. So it's pretty good, and it's got polyfill in there. There's polyfill throughout the enclosure. It's braced as well, which I don't know why they needed to do it. But if I tap on these cabinets, and they're pretty solid. They're not lacking there. The amplifier claims to be 80 watts a channel. I don't know about that. I'd say 30 watts a channel maybe. It does seem to put out a lot of sound very easily. It's got an iPod dock. I don't have an iPod of that age to use on it, so no good for me. If you can find one of these for cheap, I definitely say pick it up, just because it sounds awesome. And I can't stress that enough. I'm so impressed and blown away by this little thing, and I hate these types of systems. I'm a person who likes higher end audio, like my JBL T-Lex series or my LS series JBLs. Yeah, that's what I'm into. This is not something I'm normally into, but this is the only mini system from one of these brands I've actually liked. It would give a Yamaha mini system that's out at the moment definitely a run for its money, if not completely obliterate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Marilyn out.